the Space Jam. Alright.
You know what time? You know what time it is. You know what time? You know what time it is. Clay and Cheese, you're already halfway up to space. Caller 2, you were bad. I'm just kidding. Galt, you too. You are so bad. Andrew Martin might be in space for the first time. He is so bad. I am so bad. But Jonathan Taylor bothered me so bad. Ladies, gentlemen, finessers, finesses, people who aren't biologically related to Jonathan Taylor, like myself. Turns out he is my father. He sunned me to the tune of 50-piece nuggets on Sunday during the Lord's Hour. It's really nasty work. It is your host, the trash bag. You know, it was low key a little bit difficult to conjure up some content for you guys, but we're gonna mess around with it, see what we can do here. Pause. And honestly, the members of this fine league should not be deprived due to BMW manufacturing. So it is your host, Trash Bag. You know what time it is. We're gonna jump right in. I've got an insane amount of storylines. I'm gonna touch on NBA. I'm gonna touch on NFL. I'm gonna touch on college football. We're gonna do a quick power ranking rundown, matches of the week, looking ahead. This might take a minute. So it's the first time something took long in my life. Okay, first storyline. After another abysmal, pathetic loss, the Steelers are well on their way to 9-8 yet again. I mean, you talk about the party that Mike Tomlin is probably throwing right now. The thought of going 9-8 again. I mean, just this sick cycle of just slightly above inept. It's awesome for me. I mean, my man's happier than Nancy Pelosi when the stock market opens up. This guy literally just wants to have a winning record so it doesn't tarnish his coaching tenure, if you will, his name. But yeah, honestly, they're just a pathetic football team. Storyline number 2, primetime football honestly has become a prime time to cut the TV off. It has been a perpetual, consistent form of hilarity and inept products. It's just, I mean, it's been dog water every single game almost. It's kind of insane. I mean, last night, this was recorded on Monday, so I'm referring to the Steelers and Chargers game. Last night was the worst primetime game since 3 nights prior when Bohemian Knicks and Geno Smith, they dueled out. 10-7, are you joking? I quite literally fell asleep. Storyline number 2. We've all heard the term any given Sunday. Well, that is a true thing. First off, it relates to fantasy too. I mean, look at Cheese's one win. I mean, he dog walked me to the tune of like 140-piece nugget. Even Cheese is doming me up. But I mean, the Dolphins terrorized the Bills. Let's see what else. The Saints beat the Panthers. Really? The Panthers just had a masterclass defensive effort against what some people would call one of the better teams in the league with the Packers. I mean, how bad do these teams have to be? And largely in part referring to the Panthers and the Bills. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know. These teams, man. These teams, and I mean, as far as Tua Tagovailoa turning the ball over is concerned, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw it. I dabble in the press conferences and the before and afters of games or whatever. Anyway, I ran across Tua Tagovailoa's pregame speech. I mean, my man has the enthusiasm of Joe Biden in a press conference. I mean, this dude couldn't motivate an alcoholic to grab a beer. This guy, it was insane. You guys should go and watch. He was like, and by the way, he said 60 minutes of football, the next 4 hours, the next 60 minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, in what world does 4 hours equate to 60 minutes anywhere? Storyline number 4. Habitual bottom feeders are running this league. It is. Look at it. Look at my top 3. Scoggins. No disrespect. I like Scoggins. Habitual bottom feeder. Calder. I mean, my man owns real estate. His neighbor's E.T., right? Gary. Now, Gary's had a few strong years. I don't know what happened with Gary. He has gotten a little bit better, but largely in part, he's a bottom feeder. He's a bottom feeder. That's just the reality of it. So these guys, they're used to being on the bottom. Call no Dylan Mulvaney on being on the bottom. And here they are, supplanting habitual kings of this league. You know, I mean, I would consider like the body of work, myself, Alex, and Galt have pretty strong resumes in this league's history, and we are getting absolutely boat raced by people who aren't familiar with gravity. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, I mean, honestly, this is kind of a shift from reality just a little bit. Kind of Democrats on having shifts from reality, just based from the norm. But honestly, it's kind of refreshing. It adds a little bit of parity in the league. But anyway, oh, by the way, I just got a notification. The Vikings have now accused the Ravens of, I forgot what the term's called, basically like fear-mongering J.J. McCarthy and doing false starts. I forgot what the term is called, but they had 8, and they accused the Ravens of their false starts. So, again, calling a Democrat on blaming someone else for your own ineptitude. Storyline number 5, we got to get going here. Vegas still runs sports. You got third-string running backs out snapping second-string running backs when the first-string running back is either hurt or just on the sideline. And by the way, I don't know what this is on my face right here. I guess it's this light right here. I have no idea. I low-key look kind of fire. I don't know if you guys got girls and watch Super Kitty. I kind of look like Bitsy off Super Kitties. But anyway, I mean, it's honestly, it's deranged and it's nasty work. It's low-key corrupt. I mean, you've got guys that shouldn't even be, you got guys that shouldn't even be on the field, i.e. Sean Tucker. Then you got him beating Rashad White, who's in place for Bucky Irving. What's the point of a depth chart? Why do we have a depth chart if we're not going to follow it? It's honestly corrupt. Call no public education school board curriculum on being corrupt. Why do we even have it? I'm starting to get fired up. College football. I've got a crazy stat. The Wisconsin Badgers beat ranked Washington on Saturday. Would you like to know who their leading passer was? Their punter! It was their punter. Their punter was their leading passer. And they beat a ranked team. So they did. The insanity that derives from some of these college football games, which, mind you, kudos to Google and Disney, I can't watch. It's insane. It's insane. This is the kind of things that I get to see the stats on, but I don't get to watch it. Kudos to the greedy, sinister demons that derive in Walt Disney and the Google. It's nuts. But and honestly, another thing about college football, DJ Lagway, I mean, the dude is literally just a fraud. I mean, my man, the Skeet was the only one D1 glazing this man, but honestly, my man is more fraudulent than a Wesley Snipes tax return. This dude has shown me nothing that would tell me that he should not only get drafted, but he should be starting for a Division I college, much less one with the pedigree of Florida. Now, granted, Billy Napier got fired expeditiously, but still, you're talking about the University of Florida, the University of Florida. College football again, A&M is the truth. Missouri is a really good football team, and they lost by like 20. And then this wasn't like we had the fans behind us, blah, blah, blah. This was at Missouri. Missouri's got actually pretty rowdy fans, considering the stadium only holds like 17 people. But it's, I don't know, man. I mean, they walked in there and they literally ran them out of their own state. Call no Mandingo on running New Yorkers out of their own state. The NBA. The Nuggets and Thunder reign supreme right now, just like last year, but that's kind of where we are with that. The next thing with the NBA, honestly, I saw Wembanyama and Durant play each other. I mean, it looks like a French and African American Slender Man going at each other. It was really insane. I mean, they look like two exclamation marks who were mad at each other. But anyway, I'm gonna give a few minutes to a JT rant. I'm gonna try to keep my calm here. I look forward to Fantasy Sundays. I do. But to have my chances of winning, and honestly my joy as a whole, stripped from me before Cheese got out of bed is psychotic work. Deranged, disgusting work. Gibbs literally had 40, and I lost by 30. What? I mean, how bad? Who is it? Is it me? Am I just bad? Is Evan Spoon just that real? I have no idea. The rest of Evan's team literally could have been as useless as the precautionary contraceptive measures that Alex and Megan deploy, and it wouldn't have mattered. I still would have got dope boat raced. It's honestly a testament to my guys in the locker room for not rolling over dead. You know what I'm saying? Call no Joe Biden's presidency on rolling over dead. I'm glad I got guys in my locker room that just want to show up and compete for me. But honestly, I'm going to move on because I might actually throw my phone out the window. Hi, man, obviously, Evan. I've actually had a high, man. I've actually had 2 of the highest scores on me in 4 of the last 5 weeks. So low-key, my PA, I'm actually curious to see what it's looking at because I'm low-key the dump bank right now. So it's kind of insane work. I've kind of been getting loaded up lately. And I don't know. What do you want me to say? Call no Democratic ran cities on loading up guns. And Galt, I have to. It's not, I don't want to, but I have to. Per his request, Elton John, take it over for me, buddy.
I miss my earth so much. I miss my wife so much. It's lonely out in space.
Yeah.
On such a timeless wait.
Here we go, Galt. We love you, brother. Be safe up there. Say hi to Cheese for me. I think it's gonna be a long, long time until you come back Earth next time. Be careful, there is no gravity up there in space, 'cause you're a rocket man. Yeah, rocket man. God is burning out his planes in space. Galt, we love you, buddy. Nothing personal. But that's where we are. Crazy facts. The Chiefs have 8 fumbles. Would you like to know how many of those the opposing team have picked up? For those of you anti-Chief guys like myself, it's 0! The answer's 0! They have had 8 fumbles and not a single one has been recovered by the other team. That is Scoggins level spoon feeding. Bijan Robinson, crazy fact. Here is a list of 4 names of people who have more rushing touchdowns than Bijan Robinson. Caleb Williams, the quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Trevor Lawrence, the what should be backup quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jackson Dart, by the way, he's hurt and didn't start half the year. More touchdowns than Bijan Robinson, the number 2 overall pick, who I was really wanting, but Galt, whatever. And Chris Rodriguez, the 3rd string running back for the Washington Commanders. All those guys have more rushing touchdowns than Bijan Robinson. Pathetic teams, the Panthers. What are you? What are the Panthers? I mean, those guys are more confused than a transgender man in a woman's bathroom. Those guys literally don't know if they want to be good or not. They're like the Falcons a few weeks ago, and they literally didn't know whether they want to be good or not. And the Steelers. I mean, good grief. I mean, outside of the inevitable 9-8, what's the direction of this team? Call no Apple Maps. I'm not giving good directions. What are you? There was a time where Aaron Rodgers was out here. He was out here popping Percocets, saying borderline racist things on a podcast and throwing 400 yards on our favorite teams. Now what? Now it looks like the man's betting against himself in prop bets. I'm going to give a little 2-for-1 here. The Raiders and Broncos, absolutely pathetic. The Broncos are the luckiest team I've ever seen, and it's not even close. I'll get into that another time. This game on Thursday night was the staple of Thursday night football. I mean, Al Michaels, not only is he normally about to fall asleep, he might actually have fallen asleep. But, I mean, both teams are pathetic. Neither quarterback can throw it past the line of scrimmage. And, I mean, as far as the Raiders especially, and, I mean, honestly, the Broncos, because Max Crosby, I mean, my dude set up shop in the backfield. I mean, those guys, their offensive lines provided about as much protection as Stephon Diggs' condoms provide. It was nuts. I mean, those guys, I mean, Nick Bonito and Max Crosby quite literally could have, you would have thought they were conjoined twins with Geno Smith and Bohemian Knicks with how much they were on top of them, no pause. And another 2-for-1, the Browns and Jets. Honestly, these two quarterbacks have more job security than Dabo Swinney. These guys, I mean, what are we doing? These two teams, you talk about hard to watch. I'm surprised they didn't send this game over to Germany or where all the other things they've been doing. I'd rather run backwards through a cornfield than watch these two teams. I mean, I just don't understand. What's the appeal? What's the appeal? Well, why are they even teams still? I'd have done took them off. I'd have took them off. I'd low-key rather jump into a pool of honey and glue myself to a beehive than have to watch these two teams ever again. These guys, the Jets play calling, Aaron Glenn, whoever's responsible for it, hey, you're fired, get him out. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I low-key think their play calling is ran by a communist. Call no Mamdini in New York on being a communist. I don't know who on earth or what on earth the plan is for half the things they do, but it's kind of insane. And finally, the Bills. The Bills. To lose to the poster child of CTE, who's got less functional brain cells than Cortland Sutton had points last week, it is just crazy. Crazy work. I mean, but this will be the hardest Buffalo gets bombed until Mamdini gets in office again, because it's oh, not my phone. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Okay, but yeah, I mean, it's crazy work. It's truly sinister, vile, disgusting, heinous work. But yeah, we're moving on here because I got to get a few power rankings, and then I got to roll because I got Firehouse subs loaded up right here, and I'm about to go ham diesel on this sub here tonight, and I put that on everything. Wage, I can't find my phone. Got it. Number of phones, all of you. Okay, next. Honestly, and I'm not even going to go into the pathetic teams. It's the same ones as always. Cheese, Galt, yeah, Garrett, Cheese, Galt, and Clay. We get it. They're bad. Power rankings. I got to run through this quick. Scoggins, come on. I mean, what has he done to say otherwise? Calder. What? Calder? Gary. Scoggins, Calder, Gary. What sick, twisted, maniacal world are we living in? Next, Evan. I can't put myself above Evan. I want to, but I can't. Next, 5 and 6 is going to be a split because we're both just pathetic. Myself and Alex, we can bicker amongst ourselves about who earns the 5 spot. You know, just for the show itself, I'll give it to me because why wouldn't I? But 5 and 6, Alex, we're just bad. And rounding off my bottom 4 cadets as it speaks, Skeet, Galt, Cheese, and Clay. It's disgusting. It's all disgusting, and you're all so bad. Real quick, we're at 19 minutes here. Let's look at next week's scoreboard because, I mean, hey, we've got some action coming up here soon. Now, I don't know the exact records because it's not updated yet, but me and okay, so boom, match of the week. Well, oh my gosh, Skeet and Calder, that is too good. All right, so that's a big game. Calder would come back to 6-4 if he were to lose. Skeet would be right in the mix of earth. If Skeet loses that game, 4 and 6, that's nasty work. Alex and myself will be 5 and 5. Loser of that game, assuming Skeet loses, would keep a little breathing room. The winner of myself and Alex, with there being only 3 weeks left after next week, you gotta feel like we're at least safe. And then assuming Evan, Evan plays Scoggins. Evan plays Scoggins. If Scoggins beats him, which, I mean, Evan don't have JT, so there's 30 points he don't have, or 50 if he's playing me. You've got Evan's 5-5. So at that point, he could be below myself or Alex. You know, at the points shakeout, right? It's really nasty work. Galt plays Gary. Assuming Gary beats him, because Gary's team's kind of been on a rampage, it would just propel Galt into space, cordiality for sure. And then you have the useless match of Clay and Cheese. It literally doesn't matter. But then, like I said, you have Skeet and Calder. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I'd rather Calder just go ahead and push Skeet down, and then Scoggins go ahead and beat Evan. That way it kind of just moves them up here. Scoggins probably has a bye. Gary and Calder can mess around for the bye. You guys can have a good time, blah, blah, blah. Me, Alex, and at that point, Evan hopefully would be having a nice fair battle for the fourth, fifth, and sixth spot. And hopefully, ideally in that situation, my cadets will be Cheese, Clay, Galt, and Skeet. Leaving, right now, the prediction would be Scoggins, Calder, Gary, and then it's how it shakes out. You know, assuming Scoggins beats Evan, which I would think he does, one of me and Alex are going to be 6-5. That's a big week. What can I say? But that's all I got. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna try to keep it up every week, but we'll see how it goes. But as it stands right now, 1-5 in the last 6 weeks. Trash bag, we are out. The dump bank is live. And if you guys are playing me, Clay, get ready, because you ain't scored 100 in several weeks, but you're about to, baby. Trash bag out of you.